Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a 50 facts about me tag. I was tagged by my friend Andrea on here. Her channel is BeautyMarkedXO with 2 U's, so I'm going to link her channel in the down bar below. I was kind of skeptical of doing this even though I had a few people tag me. I don't really like videos where I'm just sitting here talking about myself, so that's why I was skeptical of it, but I decided to go ahead and do it. I already have another facts about me video, so if you're interested in seeing that one as well, I will link that down in the description bar below as well. So we're just going to get started because this is going to be a long one. So first one is I love owls. I love owl jewelry, owl souvenirs. In fact, in my kitchen, my windowsill is covered with little owl souvenirs figurines. Wow, I just combined those 2 words. Yeah, they're all over my apartment, so yeah. My car has over 200,000 miles on it. It's a Honda Civic, which I guess is a lot for a car, but I did buy it used and she's still going strong, so I love her to death. I live 2 hours from my family. I moved 2 hours away before I got married and just to be closer to him. So it's kind of hard at times. I really miss them a lot and it's rough, but I visit quite often. Fall is my favorite season, so right now I'm loving it. I love everything that has to do with fall: sweaters, candles, tea, coffee, hot chocolate, Starbucks, of course. I love to bake cupcakes and desserts of any and all kind. I'm obsessed with sweets. I have a horrible sweet tooth, but when I just want to relax, I will seriously look up a recipe and just bake it because I love to bake and it's relaxing to me, and if I'm stressed out or mad, I can do that and just get lost in it. And it just makes me feel better. My dream job is to be a nail tech. If you couldn't tell, I'm obsessed with nail polish, as you can see from the background. But I love doing nails, my own, friends of mine, my mom's. I just love it. So I really want to throw myself into that so I can, do that for a living. I don't own a dishwasher. That may be kind of shocking, but yes, our apartment is pretty old, so a dishwasher didn't come with it, so I have to hand wash all of my dishes. As if I didn't hate, loading and unloading the dishwasher enough when I lived at home. Now I have to do everything by hand, so it's really horrible. My favorite movie is The Notebook. I'm sure that's a huge shocker right there. That's a lot of girls' favorite movie, so no surprise there. I love to read books. I'm currently reading Looking for Alaska by John Green. I did read Paper Towns by him, and he is one of my new favorite authors. I love the band Brand New. They've been my favorite since I was 16, and I did recently see them live in concert, which was a huge thing for me because they don't tour very often and they're very underground. So when they do tour, their tickets sell out in seriously an hour. They sold out the day of they went on sale here, so that was super exciting. I have been a waitress for 3 years. It's not my dream job, like I said, but it kind of pays the bills. So yeah, 3 years of putting up with people like that, but y'all know how it goes. I hate broccoli. I'm a pretty picky eater. That's 2 facts in one right there. I drive a Honda Civic, like I already said, so there's another one. I have not cut this mane in over a year, not even trimmed it. And I know that's horrible for your hair, but I don't know. I'm seriously attached to my hair and I don't like getting it cut even though it's so damaged. I know it. And my cousin's usually the one that cuts it because she's a cosmetologist, and she was here a year ago for Thanksgiving and that's when she cut it for me. But I'm probably going to get it cut again pretty soon. I love any and all kind of sweets. That's another repeat as well. I love candy, I love cookies, I love brownies, pies, cupcakes, seriously, any kind of sweet I'm just addicted to. I didn't go through a drive-through like part of a restaurant until I was like 19. I got my license when I was 18, and I was seriously so afraid of running into the side of the building. I would always go through the bank drive-through, no problem. I don't know why, but just the restaurants just scared me, and that's so weird. Even though I own a Galaxy S3 as my phone, I am an iPhone girl at heart, and I would definitely get an iPhone again in a second. I still have my old one, but I switched companies, so I can't go back to it. So it's really sad. I've never gotten a speeding ticket. I've been pulled over once for speeding. I was going 43 and a 25. I honestly thought it was a 35, but since I wasn't from around here, like I had just moved here at the time, he just like, and my license was still at my old address. And so when he pulled me over and saw that, I'm pretty sure he just thought I wasn't familiar, and I wasn't. So I didn't know what the speed limit was in that area. I've shot a gun, not at somebody. I used to go to a shooting range with my dad years and years and years ago, and we would just stay there for a few hours and shoot at targets and whatnot. I hate grocery shopping alone. It's one of, seriously, like a phobia of mine. I get so anxious when I go places alone, and weird things always happen to me. And I'm pretty much just an awkward person in general. So if I can avoid going grocery shopping alone at all costs, I will. Like, I'll wait until my husband gets off work so he can go with me. It's horrible. I'm obsessed with Luke Bryan. I love his music. I love him. I really like country music, and you probably didn't know that about me from my music choices, but I do, and he's one of the ones that I would really love to see in concert. I used to take gymnastics when I was younger. I didn't, make it like extremely far, but it was more of like a middle school, high school type thing that I did. My favorite store is Forever 21. I can go in there and buy tons of things. Seriously, probably 50% of my wardrobe is from Forever 21, and most of my jewelry is. It's pretty sad indeed. My best friend and I have been friends since we were only 6 months old. I have a picture frame in my apartment of us as little girls, probably 6 months old, and we're sitting next to each other in front of a fireplace, and it's just the cutest thing ever. But yeah, not to get all sentimental on you, but she's seriously the only friend that's stuck by my side for this long. I mean, we're both 24 now, and to say that we've known each other since we're 6 months old, I think that's a huge accomplishment. I like to camp. I love camping, but I hate bugs. I cannot stand bugs, and I'm a total girly girl, but you wouldn't think so because I like to go camping. But when I get there and I see bugs, I freak out, and I can't go anywhere alone because I'm afraid the bugs are going to get me, and it's disgusting. And yeah, I've never owned a dog, which is really sad because I really want one. I want a dog and a cat, but we're not allowed to have pets in our apartment where we live. So once we get a house or move somewhere else, we will definitely be getting a dog and a cat. I never went to college. I actually enrolled in a college and got accepted, but I just didn't do it. And then probably like a few months before I moved to where I am now, I wanted to go to culinary school so bad. It's really funny because I applied, I got accepted, I did all the financial aid paperwork, and seriously, a week before the start date, it was like July 28th or something, the start date was, I called and I told the girl that I didn't want to go through with it. I just started thinking about like how much in debt I was going to be, and I know that's a bad thing, but I mean, it was serious debt. And then I realized I could go to nail school for a lot cheaper, so that's what I want to do. My favorite beauty guru is Andrea Mazzolano. She is the one who seriously inspired me to start this whole YouTube thing. She's the first one I started watching on YouTube, you know, on a regular basis. So yeah, shout out to her. I love hot tea. I would pick hot tea over coffee any day. I am a tea junkie. I have a ton of it here. I always forget to wear my wedding rings. It's not intentional. It's seriously the last thing I do before I walk out the door, and I'm always in such a rush to get to work or wherever, and I always just forget to throw them on. So yeah, kind of funny. I've never been out west, but I really want to go. My husband's actually been to like Yosemite and all of those places out west, and I'm super jealous because it's one of my dreams to go out there. And when I say out west, I mean west in the US, not like in a different country. I know I have some viewers that are from like the UK, so I just want to clear that up. I still have my wisdom teeth. All 4 of them are in, but I am absolutely terrified to get them taken out. And so I can't do it unless I find a place that can sedate me, because I don't want an IV. And that brings me to my next fact. I've never had my blood drawn. I've never had an IV in my arm. I hate needles. When I see blood, I want to pass out. I had mono like 4 years ago, and I went to the little clinic at Kroger, and all she did was prick my finger with a thing to do like a blood test. And as soon as I saw the blood, I started feeling faint. It's horrible. Like I can't do it. I've never owned any Too Faced, Lorac, or what's the other one? I can't remember, but okay, Too Faced and Lorac products. It's a makeup related fact. I don't have anything of theirs, and I really want to try some stuff because so many people love it, but I don't know. My parents got divorced when I was 7 years old. This is already a repeated fact, but I almost went to culinary school and chickened out a week before the first day, so you just heard that story. I love the smell of car air conditioning. I don't know what it is, but when it comes on and it just smells musty and it's cold, there's something about that smell for me, and it's super weird, but I just love it. This is a really weird fact too. At home, when I make coffee or tea, I always use real sugar. But if I'm out at a restaurant and I order like iced tea or coffee, I always use Sweet and Low. I don't know why I do it. It's such a habit, and it's so weird, but like, I don't know. I feel like Sweet and Low dissolves easier, and I know it's really bad for you, but whatever. I've owned 2 bunnies in my life. I had a rabbit named Flopsy when I was like 7 years old, and when I was 19, I got a rabbit named Sugar, and a year later I gave him to a bunny farm because he was really annoying, and he was going blind in one of his eyes. He had cataracts, so it was really sad, and I couldn't help him, so I had to give him away. I despise the taste of toothpaste. Like, if it gets down in my throat, I gag, and yeah, it's just gross. I've always been like that, and I can't stand it. I've never had my eyebrows waxed. I always just pluck them. I color coordinate my closet, and that's so sad, but yeah, my shirts all go in color coordination, and my skirts, but my dresses don't really. I have like summer dresses, and then they're not color coordinated. They go by length. I once jumped through a glass table when I was younger. Me and my brother were in the basement bouncing from the couch to the table, and he's 2 years younger than me, so you can imagine that he was a lot smaller than me. And he jumped from the couch to the table and to the floor and made it perfectly fine. And then when I tried it, I went straight through the glass table. I had to get 7 stitches in my left shin, and that was a pretty traumatic experience. And I still have a scar there, but we were kids, so what do you expect? On my wedding day, I didn't eat any of the cake besides what my husband shoved into my face. I got horrible grades in school. I seriously was on merit roll, which is below honor roll, like once in middle school. And I think in high school my GPA was like a 2.8, a steady 2.8, like the entire 4 years. My favorite childhood toys were Polly Pockets. Like this video if you remember Polly Pockets, because I was obsessed with them. Obsessed. I had like 15 of them. They were my favorite. When I was a kid, I loved raw tomatoes. Like I would eat it with just like salt and pepper on them. Now I can't stand anything with tomatoes in it besides ketchup. I don't eat tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes. I can't stand any of them. If it's on my sandwich, nope, take it off. I don't want to have kids until I'm 30. Me and my best friend kind of have a pact that we're going to start trying when we're 29. My mom had me when she was around that age, so I just kind of want to wait that long too. Okay, this one's a doozy. This is the last one. It's 50. When I was in elementary school, my parents went away on a vacation and my grandma was watching me at our house. And because of that, I was supposed to give the bus driver a little note that said where to stop at. And I got on the bus, forgot to give the bus driver the note, and she dropped every single kid off except for me and drove all the way back to the bus garage with me in the last seat and didn't even know I was there. Until I started bawling my eyes out and she walked over and she was like, "Oh my goodness, I didn't know you were even on here. Where's your stop, honey?" And so like she took me to the bus garage, like we went inside and had to call my grandma and tell her what was wrong. It was such a traumatic experience. Like, I don't even know if anybody else can say they've had the same experience, but if you have, then let me know in the comments down below, because it was horrible. But she drove me back to my house in the bus and everything was fine. Alright, so that's my 50 questions. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'm not going to tag anybody. If you want to do this, then, you know, whatever, give me a shout out in your title or whatever. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye!